Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it's Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time for weekly purchases, the time of the week where we investigate, we find out what the post office, the Amazon guy, the FedEx driver, DHL, Waylon Jennings, the stores, what I found this week, and we wrap it up into a nice bow with a little bit of news that I'm interested in. Hopefully you're interested too. We wrap it all together and we call it weekly purchases. So what a week this week. Big week. We're going to announce the winner here in a little bit of the Major Blood giveaway. Major Blood, G.I. Joe Cobra Anxiety was a huge thing this week. Cobra Island Anxiety, I should say. Huge thing this week. Just massive thing. Gotta thank my wife, Angie. Coming in extremely clutch. As a lot of you guys know, follow me on social media. At SirPaul64, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. And while you're at it, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll get more into that a little later, I'm sure. But my wife found two Major Bloods. She found my mint on card. She found my one that I opened up on the channel. So hopefully you checked out that unboxing on the channel a couple days ago. A lot of fun with that Major Blood figure. But I was in the middle of nowhere, Missouri, basically, for a few days this week for working my real job, on the road, traveling. I swung through it, and might as well get into the figure hunt video. It's the longest figure hunt video I think we've ever had on the channel. As I was through a lot of neighborhood Walmarts in rural Missouri, plus a little bit in my hometown here. So a lot going on. Went back to IKEA. A lot going on in that figure hunting video. So if you missed that, make sure you take a look at that. As you're going to see some of the stuff on weekly purchases we picked up on the road this week. And then next week, I'm back on the road. I got 3 days, I think it is, up in the Minneapolis area. So you Minnesota crew up there, be on the lookout for me up in your area, in your stores. Come say hi when you see me. Yeah, there you go. But figure hunt was big this week, like I said. So a lot going on. Very happy to have that Major Blood. And like I said, we will give that away later on in this video. We also had our daily Star Wars unboxings, the sleeper of the channel. I know Star Wars isn't for everybody, but most of those Star Wars videos go down a weird rabbit hole. They always end up going somewhere very strange. This week was no different as we build the greatest band in the galaxy, the Max Rebo Band. A musical week of unboxings. Unboxings all the musical characters in the Star Wars universe as I work for my display. Of course, our Jakks Classic Superstars videos continued this week with our Jakks Classics 3-pack. We unboxed AEW Series 5, Unrivaled Series 5. We continued finishing up that unboxing, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We finished up Elite 86, WWE SummerSlam set on the channel this week. There was a lot going on. I think this is the first time we've ever had Unrivaled and Elites at the exact same time being unboxed, and that's what we had this week. We also unboxed the NECA Ninja Turtle diorama, a very fun video on that one. Check that out if you missed it. And then I finally got around to opening that Storm Scorpion figure from the Mortal Kombat line. So a lot of videos on the channel this week, as you guys saw, making me a busy guy. I'm filming a lot of videos out there, just getting behind on stuff. I don't know what we're going to do. There's a lot of deep collection videos I want to get to, and maybe we'll do a little new video, maybe a once a month Kyle Peterson's top 10. The old Kyle Peterson top 10 or top 5 or something, where I pick, maybe it's Wolverine, maybe it's the Ultimate Warrior, maybe it's the LOD, maybe it's Jerry the King Lawler. Who knows? We got a lot of figures I could do, and I would rank them from my favorite, my top 5, my top 10 favorites of what they've had in a career. I think that might be an interesting video on the channel, so we might do that eventually. We got a lot more stuff to come on the channel. Just trying to find the time to get it all done is the hard part. Is time, man, it's tough. There's just not enough hours in the day. As most of you guys know out there, I work about 70 hours a week for my normal job. And then trying to do all these videos and everything, you know, a little inside baseball tip here. Most of my unboxings, I get up about 5 a.m. Sunday morning and I film for the whole week. That's what I do for most of my unboxings. There's a few I'll get in really late at night or something like that, except, you know, weekly purchases, I film that obviously Friday night. I try to film it for upload Saturday morning. That's kind of how my taping schedules go, but every once in a while I can sneak one in during the week, but it's primarily Kyle's under the gun on Sunday. Sunday between 5 and noon, I try to get everything done before the kids are up and really running around and got things to do, of course, being the weekend. So yeah, that's how the channel works. That's how we operate here. So a little inside baseball, like I said. But let's get down to the news of the week. Do a little bit of news, then we'll do the Major Blood giveaway. Just got to keep dangling that carrot out there. We got to maintain the viewership, right? Is that what it's got to do? I don't know. Anyways, this week we saw Pixel Dan. I think the video dropped on Saturday. Everybody knows Pixel Dan, I'm sure. Everybody that watches this has probably heard of him. A lot of new HeMan announcements, a lot of HeMan news. it seems to be, you know, the rumor's been going around, Masters Universe Origins. This is going to be the last year of that line as they work on the other two, the little kids line and the new Netflix Kevin Smith line. But it seems Origins is still going strong, except I can't find me a Grayskull yet, and it's the only thing I'm looking for right now, which is kind of nice, but hopefully I'll find one this week. But they did show Beastman, Tila, Stinkor, Webstor, and Battle Cat with battle-damaged He-Man, battle-damaged Battle Cat. Very cool looking figures there. I believe that He-Man Battle Cat is possibly going to be a Target exclusive. Very repaint of the battle-damaged He-Man, of course, but the Battle Cat's got some scars on him and stuff, a cool little base. Looks really cool, but I think that's a Target exclusive. The rest will be the next line out there. Stinkor, an old favorite. He will smell just like the old one. Beastman is that Lords of Power one. I'm not really familiar with that, and same with the Tila. That just, I don't know that line very well. I don't know the history of that line as much as I probably should, but it's, you know, basically kind of, they've got Merman coming in another line of those as well. It is what it is. I will pick them up. But I would have liked to seen some different characters instead of those. Maybe you guys agree, maybe you don't. But we did see Fisto, Faker, Evelyn, and Merman hitting Canada in the last 2 weeks. One of our loyal viewers out there, Wingnut, you've seen him comment on some posts out there. He posted on social media. He found some of those out there. So hopefully those come to the United States for me very soon. As you guys know, I'm still in the Double Up Club on the He-Man Masters Universe Origin figures. I just got to figure out where to display all this stuff. So a lot of He-Man news the last couple of weeks, and I'm very excited for that new line from the Kevin Smith animated series. We talked about that in depth last week on Weekly Purchases. Go back if you missed it. But I'm really excited for that. I want to believe that that's going to be filling the place in my heart for that Super 7 Mattel collection a few years back. You know, a lot of years back at this point. I couldn't get those back in the day. I just didn't have enough money. I was just a young kid back then. I couldn't afford all those. But man, I hope they do the same kind of thing there. I would love to have those now, and I'm definitely not going back and spending all the money to get those figures from back in the day. So fingers crossed, high hopes for that line, but it seems like Cringer is already out there. I don't know where people have got it, but I've seen some social media posts, pictures that it sounds like some people have found it. So I would assume those will start flooding in. And it's always funny with a lot of those toy lines over the years. I mean, it goes back to the old days of the 80s as well. A lot of times the figures wouldn't come out first. It would be the play set or a vehicle or Battle Cat in this instance. It's like, oh, I got Battle Cat, but I have nothing else. It was always kind of strange, but that's just the way distribution goes as things start funneling through. We'll see what happens soon with that. But exciting times if you're a Masters of the Universe fan. 2 cartoons coming out, 3 toy lines going on at the same time. Just seems absolutely crazy. But hey, the more the merrier, I guess, is what we'll say. Got to break into weekly purchases. After I filmed everything, there was some breaking Marvel Legends news and one piece I did forget to talk about. But Marvel Legends, the team keeps cranking stuff out. I mean, I don't know how much money they think we have out there. It's amazing how much Marvel Legends product is going on in 2021 with all these waves. And then it seems like every other day we have a brand new announcement of figures. And this week, no different. I forgot about earlier in the week. I want to say it was Monday or Tuesday. Went up for pre-order. Hit up the link in the description below, Big Bad Toy Store. But Surtur, I can never pronounce that one, but a Thor, but it's a big figure. It's not a Build-A-Figure, it's a standalone figure, 13 inches. Talk about a big figure. Sign me up all day long. I'll try to remember to put an Amazon link in the description, but there's also Big Bad Toy Store who I recommend for that one. And then we also saw Captain America for the Avengers, the Infinity Saga. We saw him, but it's a Walmart exclusive. So pro tip out there, pre-order 2 of those at the same time. You can get a free shipping out of that. And then if you don't want 2, if you want one in the box, one loose, you're good. If you want only one, all you got to do is next time you're at Walmart, just take it back. But it'll save you like $8-9 in shipping. So always order 2 to get that free shipping option. We also saw Ironmonger and Obden Stain. I forgot that guy's total name, and I don't even think I pronounced it right, but the Ironmonger is the winner of this pack. Holy cow, does that thing look awesome. Just an amazing looking figure. 9-10 inches tall, big figure. You had me at big figure. You had me at mast. I'm glad some of these movie figures are finally getting a release, even though it's been years at this point. But a very, very pricey pack. $73 on that one. But it is a must-have. You long game players, you're going to come out smelling like a rose. So I'm sure Amazon and some of these other places, it'll get knocked down to like $50 on a flash sale around Christmas and stuff. But poor fools like me, I just want it right away. I can't wait for a big figure like that. So I'm going to pay the $73 price point. So is what it is there. But a lot of stuff coming. You know, we're getting Happy and Iron Man. We talked about that last week. There's also rumors, and maybe we'll see that this week, of a Captain America Incredible Hulk 2-pack from the movie. I know a lot of people are looking for more movie Hulks out there, maybe a Smart Hulk, something like that. But there's rumors that might be coming soon. But the Marvel MCU figures are just coming out at a breakneck pace right now. So be ready. Get your wallets ready. Get that part-time job. Collect your cans. Take those back to the old Redemption Center. Get 5 cents if you're in my area. Because that's what we're going to need to do to afford all these figures. But very exciting times right now in the Marvel Legends line. Mattel, not a ton of Mattel news this week for wrestling. Mankind and The Rock 2-pack up for pre-order on ringsidecollectibles.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%. Ta-da! But that is up on their site to order. It's an okay one. I definitely picked it up. I don't really like the blue jeans on Mankind, but it does give a point of difference from the prior Mankind's we've got, so I do like that. It feels like a different figure, feels like a different set. I like they both got their jackets, too. We did get the Rock jacket back in the day, and they both have both of their puppets, Mr. Rocco and Mr. Sacco, so there's a little bit of meat on the bone there. So we'll unbox it when it comes through, but that's coming through. And then the AWA? We got AWA figures. I wish. We got the AEW barbed wire accessory pack coming out. That's a pretty cool set. We talked about that on the channel before. Great for figure photographers, stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that one as well. It seems to be very popular. I have not pre-ordered that. I don't know. I don't want to pay all the money for that one, I guess, to ship by itself. I want to save some money on shipping, and I guess I'll just put that in a future order maybe. Because I'm really not a big fig photographer. I don't have as much use as maybe some have for that set, but I will definitely pick it up. It definitely piques my interest there. I just got to see what all the fuss is about, as a wise man once said. So I will get that in the future, but I don't know how soon I'll get to a review on that one. We also saw from NECA this week, Father's Day is right around the corner. I couldn't tell you what date it is, but it's coming soon, and I know my birthday is also coming soon, because I know they're right by each other. So June. And it's funny, COVID, what we always talk about on the channel, I used to be great with dates and time and memory. Ever since COVID hit, I've lost all that in my brain. I can't tell you what day it is half the time anymore. It's just so weird. But Father's Day is coming up soon, and that means Target and Walmart for NECA have Father's Day end caps coming. I've already seen them personally. If you watch my figure hunting video out there, they have the new King Kong NECA figures. We got the Frankenstein, which I've been really wanting, the Universal Monsters Frankenstein coming. There's a new Back to the Future, I think Doc Brown. We got The Thing with Kurt Russell. I love that movie. Not going to get the figures, but I definitely loved that movie back in the day. I still love it now. So we got a lot of stuff coming. We also got, what is it, The Boys. Is that what it's called? Homelander and all those guys. I know I watched a couple episodes. I just no time to watch it all. But we got those figures coming as well, which I know a lot of people are looking for those. So we got some new NECA stuff out there for Father's Day. And if you're at Target, you know, tomorrow is the street date. Well, street date, they're checking out at the registers. The new Star Wars, Clone Wars figures that are Target exclusives. I think the display is supposed to go up by tomorrow, Sunday. So if you haven't found those yet, you got a good chance on Sunday, as a lot of stores have been holding back the product and waiting for the display. So be on the lookout for that. Those are solid, and we'll talk about those in weekly purchases. We also pre-ordered this week AEW Unrivaled Series 6. Hopefully you guys checked out my video, kind of a walkthrough of the line that was announced, my initial reaction to each figure's promo glamour shots, and I even ranked them in order, and we'll rank them in order again when we get them and I unbox them. But we got Penta, we got Phoenix, we got MJF, we got Chris Jericho, we got Shida, and we got Hager, and then Hager and Jericho are the Chase Rare editions of that set. So I'm excited for that. A lot of mixed emotions and mixed reactions out there, I think, on this set. Is too many repaints, not enough new characters. I totally get the gripes there, and we talk about it all the time on the channel. We got to put our business hat on, take a step back. You need Jericho out there on a regular basis. Penta and Phoenix, hey, guess what? They're masked guys. They got tattoos. People love that stuff, especially kids. Kids love tattoos. I think most kids out there, if they could get a tattoo today, they probably would. I think there'd be a lot of kindergartners running around with tattoos all over their body if they were allowed. So they can't, because it's against the law, I think, until you're 18. So they go around and, they get fake tattoos, or they live vicariously through Rey Fenix, Pentagon Jr., Luchasaurus, those guys. I know that's what I did. But anyways, those are toyetic. Those are ones you're going to see on a regular basis. I'm just like you guys. I want more. I want the breadth of characters. But at the end of the day, it's a business. What's going to sell the most figures? Jeremy's laid it out in the social media. If you're not following him on Twitter and Instagram, what are you waiting for? Follow me first, then follow him. But he lays it all out there. Hey, the Unrivaled line that's coming later in the year, That's going to help flush out, get some more deeper characters in there, because you got to make a move at retail. You got to make turns on the pegs. If you're not turning and burning things on the pegs, guess what? You're not long for the life of the toy aisle anymore, especially as crazy as the toy aisle is anymore. Yes, I know AEW's in parts of the country still are having a lot of difficulty even getting the figures. I tell you what, in the Midwest, though, you see my figure hunting videos. They're everywhere. I don't think I've ever missed a figure at retail. I never have, actually. They're all there. I mean, Orange Cassidy, everybody thought that would be blown off shelf. I could probably go to a different Target, a couple of Targets right now and pick them up if I wanted to right now. Things are getting better in the toy sections. I think we have to admit it. Yes, there is G.I. Joe issues. Yes, sometimes there's Turtle issues. Sometimes there's issues with every single line. But you take videos from a year ago to right now, it's exactly what I laid out in that collector's video I had way back with why store exclusives are a necessary thing and the whole height of COVID and toys are designed so far out, and that was the issue. So many new collectors coming to the game. Well, guess what? We're finally getting caught up. I know some of you guys out there say, well, not my area. I get it. But the whole Midwest, the 8 states I travel from Midwest, I see it. If you're out there on a regular basis hunting for toys, you're going to find what you want eventually. A few cases, maybe, possibly not. But things are getting caught up. The toy industry is catching up to the demand, and that's a great thing. But it's a real bad thing. As you guys know, the world's opening up. I got my first figure hunting video in without a mask. It was the weirdest thing ever. Things are catching up. Things are getting back to normal. Where's the discretionary income going to go over the next few months? People are itching. They're already saying Memorial Day's travel is going to be up 70% over last year. I know with my day job, sales are through the roof again because people are going to congregate. They're going to get together. It's time of the year for graduation parties, Memorial Day, the first kickoff to summer. A lot of people are going to be spending money on that kind of stuff and taking the money that was for figures, cards, whatever, not going to be going to those anymore. And there's going to be a bubble. And eventually there's going to be too many toys out there and they're going to say, oh, hold the horses. The collector demand is not there. I mean, I've seen this in the past. Obviously nothing like what we're doing right now. But you guys remember back to Christmas of last year, there was no clearance items. Everything sold through. This year, I got a feeling for you long game players, you're going to be just rolling around like Scrooge McDuck in his safe because you're going to save a ton of money and there's going to be a lot of clearance things because they've ordered a ton of product. Is the demand going to hold tight? Getting on that business soapbox, it happens every once in a while on the channel, but we'll see. The future is very murky, but I think it's becoming clearer, at least in my eyes. So there you go, a little AEW Unrivaled Series 6 coming very soon. A little more wrestling news. Cella Toys announced Bull Nakano. They also had Hayabusa. We know Dynamite Kid's coming. Nick Aldis. I did pick that one up. I love these Hasbro-inspired figures. Just how many do I need? How many can I afford? How many do I really want to have? I'd love to display them all. I'd love to double up, but they're not made by Mattels or Hasbro's where they're a cheaper price point. These are all more expensive, and that's what turns me off a little bit, and I totally understand the price point on these. It's just too hard to justify when you got Cella Toys, and I forget the one that made Jay White. I always forget what that company is. And then you got other people out there making customs, and then of course you got the Zombie Sailor stuff, which looks like the most promising one. I'm definitely getting Series 1. I'd love to get doubles to open them up. I just don't know what to do. That's a lot of money, extra money to new lines, and I don't know where I would put them as far as mint on card. So I got to make some decisions there, but I've been passing on a lot of these Cella Toy ones. I did pick up the Dynamite Kid, as you guys are probably aware. I really want to put that with my Hasbro British Bulldog, even though they don't look like they're supposed to go together, but they kind of do. Anyways, so we did see that. So those two are up there. You can pre-order if you want. And then on Bull Nakano. And then Junk Shop Dog came out with Dynamite Kid. So I did get the Bruiser Brody. You guys saw that on the channel. He's going to come out with the Road Warriors. He's coming out with Terry Funk. I'm all in on those. I feel like I have to have those. Dynamite Kid, I probably will pass on. I don't know. I'm still up in the air, but it looks very cool. More Dynamite figures, the better. It'd be great if Mattel could get one. I don't know if the WWE will do it, but we all know we need a Dynamite to go with our Bulldog, or unless you created a Jax hybrid Mattel version. So I don't know. So there it is with that. McFarlane Toys, back again. More variants, more repaints, and that's the name of the game with McFarlane. We talk about it a lot. Get the most out of your molds, and nobody does that like Todd McFarlane. And we saw it went up for pre-order, I think, Thursday. I'll try to put a link in the description below. It's also in the community tab, and I put it on my social media. But they got the blue variant Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn. So now you got the yellow, you got the blue, you got the 3 with the different weapons. How many versions of Spawn will we get? I don't know how many colors are in the game. It sounds like he can be different colors, so you can get all kinds of different spawns if you want. So I don't know. And then back to G.I. Joe. Let's talk G.I. Joe kids toys. Very crazy this week. Not crazy, but we knew they were coming. But we saw in-package images of the new G.I. Joe Snake Eyes movie figures, the kid-inspired line. Probably not for me. I'd almost like to get the Night Creeper or the Red Ninjas. Maybe if they're cheaper and clearance, they might be good army builders, kind of smoke and mirrors on your shelf. But, you know, we have to hope for the success of this line. If this thing goes to clearance and is a total bomb, it's bad news for G.I. Joe line. If this helps, this could help fund the classified line. This could just raise all ships of G.I. Joe, get them closer to that Star Wars Marvel discussion. Star Wars Marvel are up here. G.I. Joe's down here. I mean, I hate to admit that. I'm the first one. To me, G.I. Joe's at the top of the house. But dollars and cents, they're not. But if kids can get invested in G.I. Joe, and it'll raise the ships, it'll take it all up. So I'm hoping that happens. So we'll see. But now it's time. Major Blood giveaway. How about, huh? Got Major Blood right here. Thanks to that old outlaw Waylon Jennings. So I talked about my wife. She found him early in the morning, got it, and then I got that hot message from Waylon. Hey, if you know, it's too bad Angie beat me to the punch, but I told you I'd find him, and he does. You know, Waylon's like me. We never give up. We never quit. We find whatever we got at the store. We'll find a way, and that's what Waylon did. He found these, and it was a personal mission. He doesn't even collect G.I. Joe, but he said, you know what, I'm going to find these. Kudos to old Waylon. That old outlaw. Never give up. Never defeated. Found this out there, and I said, you know what, pick that up for me. I'll pay you back, and I'm going to give it away on the channel, because honestly, you guys know, I get a lot of messages between social media and everything else. Hey, could you find this for me? Could you pick this up for me? And I like to help out. I mean, I'm a nice guy. I like to help out best I can. I've helped out a few people that watch the channel. It's just tough when you get so many messages and you got so much in your brain every day. I can't remember to look for everybody else when I'm looking for my stuff and trying to keep my life in track. So it's tough. And I know a lot of people reached out saying, could you find me a Major Blood? Could you find me a Major Blood? I just unfortunately just don't have the time to help everybody. And then how do you, you gave it to this guy, but you didn't give it to me. I don't want any of that going on. I'd love to help everybody find a Major Blood if I could, if I had the time and the resources. But I figured the fairest way to do this, I'm going to get this Major Blood, and guess what? We're going to give it away on the channel. So I put it on social media, at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. Threw those up there and said, hey, here's what you got to do. You got to make sure you follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, follow me Twitter, depending what you have. The more entries, the better. If you got all three, you'll be entered 3 times. You know, the whole song and dance. You saw it up there. So that's what I did. I figured this was the fairest way to go about it for everybody. And that's what I did. So the winner is, I got it written down right here for the old Major Blood contest, Sun Goddess 345. 345, Sun Goddess 345 via Instagram. That's where it was pulled for when it all went to a hat. And it looks like a female viewer. Yes, there are female viewers. I actually looked at my analytics the other day. 7% of you are females out there. So, hey, all you females out there, how's it going? Yeah, hi. How are you? But yeah, female viewers, Sun Goddess 345. Enjoy this. We'll reach out via social media. I'll get your address. I'll ship this bad boy out to you ASAP. Major Blood, the gift that keeps on giving. So more giveaways to come. I talked about it last week on the channel. Once we hit 10,000 subscribers, I got a ton of stuff to give away. I got some extras. We went through it a lot more last week. I'll probably add to it. We might do multiple winners. I'll probably do a YouTube winner, a Twitter winner, an Instagram winner. We'll do it all. We'll do it big when we hit 10,000 subscribers. But I need your guys' help to get there. If you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed to the channel or tell a friend, retweet the videos. Do whatever you can, I guess. Once we get to 10,000, we'll have a huge giveaway. I'm also going to convince my dad. A lot of you guys have messaged me in the comments and stuff. Let's see your dad's collection. Let's talk to your dad. We'll get my dad on. We'll do a Q&A. Maybe we'll do a Warlord unboxing if the time is right. We'll see how that goes. We'll get him on the channel. We'll do some special stuff around 10,000 because 10,000 is a big subscriber number. They're all great numbers. We did this for the 7,000 giveaway. But once we get to 10,000, we'll really get that ball rolling. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you tell a friend. There's got to be other people that are interested in the channel. So make sure you're passing on the news, and big giveaway to come there. So congratulations once again, Sun Goddess 345. There'll be continued giveaways. Usually about every 1,000 subscribers I give something away. But 10,000, we got to do it really big. We'll do something special. So there's that. The last bit of toy news, I'm looking at my list here. The last thing, and this was Fan First Friday for Transformers. We dabble. We dabble in the Transformers on the channel. I enjoy Transformers. I just struggle with the sizing differences and the changes, and all of a sudden Optimus Prime's this tall, then he's this tall, then he's this tall. Where does it end? It just seems like a crazy cycle, recycle. era. But one thing I do love, like probably a lot of you guys out there, is the Dinobots. I love the Dinobots. I never had the Dinobots as a kid. I had Slug, and that was it. I wish I had the rest. I've always wanted a good, big, meaty size. Well, I did get the Grimlock. I haven't unboxed it yet. Shame on me. I've had it for months. But I got the Grimlock, so now they announced Slug is coming out. And that's the one I had as a child, so it's cool to get this one back. I wish they would just release them all as a set, but it seems like it's going to take us 2 years to get all the Dinobots, but I guess it keeps you coming back for more. Slug is coming out with the Transformers Movie Edition line, the Studio 86 line. Definitely a must-have for me. I'm picking that one up. They also announced Wreck-Gar, and voiced by Eric Idle, I believe it was, in the movie back in the day. I had Wreck-Gar as a kid, so I'm kind of tempted to get this one, but you have to buy 2 of them to put him on his motorcycle. I don't know. I'm on the fence on that one. We'll see. I don't want to go too far down a Transformers rabbit hole. I got a pretty good army of what I want right now, but there's definitely some like the Dinobots I'm going to pick up. We also saw the Sharkticon announced. Definitely picking that one up. And then we saw Shattered Glass Starscream. I'm all out on that reimagining stuff where the Decepticons are the good guys, the Autobots are the bad guys. Not for me. Not for me. I'm passing on that one. So a lot going on. A lot going on this week. More than I thought, actually. Album of the week, we'll close this part. I mean, we're about like 20 minutes in here. And we got a ton of purchases to go through. But album of the week, real quick. I thought it was going to be Silver Linings by Charlie Benante. You guys know Charlie, drummer for Anthrax. One of the greats of all time. I love Anthrax. Unfortunately, this really disappointed me. This was it was bad. I listened to the first 3 songs. I said, I don't know if I can finish. So I skimmed through the rest. There was nothing for me there. It was like Charlie said, I want to do something that's totally different than heavy metal and Anthrax. I'm going to do more mainstream and EDM types. It was bad. So I don't recommend that, unfortunately. I was hoping to recommend that. But what I can recommend, when you're mowing the yard, you need to put on some Motorhead to get you through the hard mow. Through the hard mow. And that's what I did. And I forgot about this one. It was an online digital release. I think it was free. I think it's on YouTube. It's on Amazon Music. It's on all of them. But it's live in Madrid, Spain, 1995 on the Sacrifice Tour. Very underrated 90s Motorhead. And this was Motorhead going all out on this one. Very cool, a live album. Love the studio banter. You guys know I used to follow Motorhead around every single year. They'd come to the Midwest. I'd hit all their shows. I can't do that anymore, unfortunately. But bringing me back to the 95 spirit of Motorhead. Just absolutely love it. They even play some deep tracks. As a lot of you guys know, Lemmy used to be in Hawkwind, his former band before he got kicked out. Just check out that Lemmy documentary. If you haven't seen that Lemmy documentary, you're missing out. Definitely check that out. But Hawkwind, they even did Silver Machine, which I totally forgot they were doing that in the Motorhead sets back then. So definitely recommend checking that one out. And the best thing about it, that one is free. You can check it out on YouTube, everywhere else. Motorhead month is about to hit June, my birthday month, of course. Motorhead's got the big box set coming out on my birthday, so I'll be very excited. I'm going to do a rare Motorhead box set unboxing on the channel to celebrate my birthday. I think that sounds like a great idea. Hopefully it's here for my birthday and we can do that, but we'll see. So there it is. A lot of news. A Major Blood giveaway. Motorhead. What more do you want? I know. You want weekly purchases. Coming up next. All right, it's time for weekly purchases, my favorite part of the week, where I regroup and I see, oh my gosh, how much money did I spend this week? I do know next week, though, outside of Castle Grayskull, there's really nothing I'm looking at. So the Minnesota Invasion will be interesting. I'm going to hit a couple of toy stores up there. You never know what you might find on a toy store. I got to hit IKEA again. We'll talk about that a little bit. But very interesting next week. It could be just Castle Grayskull. It might be the only thing for weekly purchases. One of these weeks, we're going to have the slowest week of all time. And I'm sure somebody will say, well, this is the boringest weekly purchases. Well, it's been busy the last year or so as I've plugged some holes and a lot of new stuff. But we got to have some breaks in there somewhere. It's got to be some breaks. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. But let's talk IKEA first, I guess. Trade Fari. I ended up getting 3 more of these Trade Fari connectors, and then I had to get 10 more Norfly lights. Well, I needed 14 lights. They only had 10, unfortunately. So I got 4 lights to go. I've spent a couple hours every night working in that new toy room. I've been posting pictures. I'll try to do a video on that once we get rolling. But I've been working on drilling in the bookcases and attaching the lighting and all that kind of fun stuff. So I still need 4 more lights. Still need those 2 bookshelves, those skinny bookshelves. Kansas City and Minneapolis have been out of stock. They're both saying in stock in the next week or so. I don't know what to believe. It kind of goes both ways. I'm hoping sometime between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday they come in stock in Minnesota. and I can pick them up there. If not, I'm not sure when. I'd have to make a special trip most likely, and I don't really want to do that. I'd rather do it when I'm in town and pick it up. So stay tuned. Room will be done very soon, hopefully. The other room, we got contractor. He was supposed to be here 2 days ago, never showed up. We'll see what happens with that. So hopefully I get these 2 toy rooms done. Like I said, it looks like a bomb went off in my basement. I need to get things back in order. I just feel like I'm living in a huge mess right now. So we'll see. G.I. Joe, we talked about Major Blood giveaway. I picked up another Flint. You know, no Flint left behind. One thing I did leave behind this week, if you watch my figure hunting videos, for the first time in years, I don't know, I left an Ultimate Warrior on the pegs. I said, you know what? I bought too much stuff this week. I don't need this Warrior. I don't even know what I'd do with it at this point. I've given them away to everybody that needed one. I just don't need another Warrior in my life, unfortunately. I need all the Warriors in my life, but sometimes you got to call it quits. I don't need 3 mint-on-card ones sitting in my collection. I don't need 3 open ones. I already got one for my office. They're all over the place right now. I don't need another one. So I passed it, but what I didn't pass was Flint, and I got an idea for this Flint. And you'll come to fruition in a video soon. I think we're going to do, you know, the Foosh. The Foosh, you've probably seen them. I mean, if you've seen Pixel Dan and the Foosh, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Those guys are the Godfathers? I don't know. Does that sound right? They do play days. And, well, I'm almost thinking about doing that myself. I got some custom G.I. Joe stuff coming. I'm thinking about a little custom action with this Flint. I might just put it all into one custom video, and we'll talk G.I. Joe. So stay tuned for that in the next few weeks. Major Blood, you guys know I had to have one mint on card. I opened up the one. Make sure you check out that video opening one up, but had to get one for myself, and then, of course, the one for the giveaway. So G.I. Joe anxiety is not as bad. I think people, if you watch the eBay prices on Major Blood, it went from thousands of dollars to $200 to $150 to $100. I think they're now about $60, $60 with shipping. Very reasonable. Rumors are this weekend, as I'm filming this, there's supposed to be more Major Bloods going to the stores. Once again, COVID, the new collectors, all that, they're catching up finally. The toy industry is catching up. Problem is, are people going to step away? And I know a lot of people have quit the G.I. Joe line in the last 6 months or so because of the frustrations, I guess we'll call it. Big Joe news in June. Supposedly they might be re-releasing some of these Cobra Island figures. I guess stay tuned for all that. So, how about Clone Wars figures? Look at that. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Target exclusives, and these, tons of these in the stores that I've been in. Holding to that street date, some store putting them out early. You know how it goes. If you saw my figure hunting video, you saw me find these. Here's Obi-Wan. Then you got the old Clone Pilot Hawk. Picked him up this week. And then, of course, Anakin. There's Anakin right there. And then Echo. Right there. So we got the 4 done. Very happy to have this off. Star Wars anxiety done. We'll unbox these on the channels this week as part of our daily Star Wars unboxings on the channel. So be ready for that. Oh, I got one Lucy this week. How about Psycho Sid Classic Superstars Jax? You guys know I have a mint on card set of Classic Superstars. I'm slowly, as I see deals, as I go around and see things, I'm going to start building a loose set as well. I don't think it'll ever be complete. There's just too many expensive ones in there. But when you find things like this, $9 shipped, you got to jump all day on Sid. That's exactly what I did. So I got Sid this week. How about a little bit of Marvel Legends, 3 3/4 scale Marvel Legends. Got to get a deal out there. I picked this one up very cheap as I do have a giant Ant-Man, Giant Man, different sizes. And this is a size I was missing. This is fairly cheap. I said, you know what? I'm going to pick this up. See you later. That's what I did. So there you go. How about that old outlaw? That old outlaw Waylon Jennings, great friend of the channel. Picked me up the old Cara Dune. He came across her in his travels. That was the only one I was missing from that Star Wars Mandalorian retro collection. So I was very happy to knock that bad boy out with the help of old Waylon Jennings, that old outlaw. How about a little basic talk? Showdown 2-pack, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins. You guys know I don't buy a ton of basics. I actually have about 30 basics to unbox. I'm thinking about doing 2 rapid-fire basic unboxing videos. Talk about them very briefly, just rapid-fire. But I had to pick this one up with Seth Rollins in his jacket. We unboxed the SummerSlam Seth Rollins this week on the channel. Bravo. I think that was a very solid figure. Probably my favorite Seth Rollins figure yet. I like this one a whole lot too with the jacket. Had to have it. It was different enough. Almost like a suited figure in a basic. Had to pick this up. The Drew McIntyre, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but Drew came along for the ride. See you later. How about this one? Here's a big one. Pick this up, you guys. I got a deal. Somebody sent me an offer on Mercari that I could not pass up. I'm not going down this line too hard, but I am picking up the Zangief, as you guys know. Honda, big figure, face paint. Sign me up. Street Fighter. I love the Storm Collectibles. We unboxed Storm Collectibles Scorpion on the channel this week, so check that out. But I'm not going down the Street Fighter. I just figured Zangief needed somebody to fight. Honda was a big figure. Picked him up at a really good price. Couldn't pass that up. Very heavy figure. We'll unbox this on the channel one day. Hopefully soon. So there you go. How about if you guys saw my trip on my figure hunting video, I went to rural Missouri this week. Oh, it was rural. And I went to the store right before they opened, or right as they opened, I should say. And there it was. The toy aisle was basically empty except for this. What are the odds of that? But the brand new Marvel Legends wave, it's out. Got Baron Zemo. Got Loki. Al Bundy Loki, as I think he's been known to be called. We've got the old Winter Soldier. U.S. Agent. A favorite of mine as a kid, U.S. Agent. We'll talk about this when we unbox it. We got Falcon. Falcon, Captain America, Sam Wilson, whatever you want to call him. And you got Scarlet Witch and the Vision. So there it is. The whole brand new Marvel Legends wave found basically day one. I was so happy to just be done with it. Hey, well, there it is. I love finding my Marvel Legends all at the exact same time, just being done. And there's nothing worse than trying to build that Build-A-Figure and waiting on an arm or something like that. We'll be able to build the Build-A-Figure, do it all this week. We probably won't do single videos on all these. We'll probably do groups of 2, and then we'll do Sam and the Build-A-Figure together, just because I don't know if I could talk for 10 minutes about a Loki in street clothes. I don't know. So that's my plan. We'll probably join these up and do some videos this week. So be on the lookout for the reviews here. All right, we got a whole nother round, as it's been with weekly purchases the last month or so. We've had to do a second part, and I need to clean off my desk, and we'll unbox, not unbox, but we'll show you the rest. Whoa, stop the presses, weekly purchases. We're a day later. It's Saturday. Saturday morning, that is. And I got a hot delivery off of the FedEx truck today, and I wanted to make sure they were included in weekly purchases. And it's WWE Top Picks. Yeah, you heard me right. Top Picks. Had to get these. Sometimes you can skip them. Sometimes you need them. This set you do need. Look at this. John Cena. Throwback John Cena. Gotta have this one. It's different. It's something different. It's not a retread, repaint, re-release. Same with Rey Mysterio. This one really pops. Rey Mysterio Top Pick. Can't wait to check this one out. These are very easy repaints in the Top Pick line, and this is how Mattel should do it. I say it all the time, and I'm glad they have. We got Roman. There is enough meat on the bone for this one on Roman Reigns that it's truly needed, and we'll talk about that when we do unboxings on the channel, so be prepared for that. Then the final one, probably the worst of the bunch, Drew McIntyre, but he does come with the WWE title, so there you go. Wanted to cut into weekly purchases with the latest purchase, hot off the truck, the brand new Top Pick set. All right, let's begin round 2 of weekly purchases, and what I finally got this week, I don't know what took so long, but Ringside Collectibles, discount code Kyle. I ordered these a while back. They finally came this week. AEW Unrivaled, Series 1B, Version 2. The corrected skin color. So you guys know, as of right now, I'm a completist through Series 1 through 5, mint on card and loose. I don't know where I'm going to go. I think I'm bailing on the mint on card set. There's just too many figures. So I think 1 through 5 sounded pretty good to me. But I knew I needed this set, mint on card and loose, with the changes of the skin tones and everything else. So I got Kenny Omega. There's Kenny. Got Brandy, of course, the hardest to find one. And then you got the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt, the Jacksons. And I already got these in Defender cases as well, because I need them in on card set, like I said. And then you got Cody and Chris Jericho. You guys know Series 1 by now, so I got both of those. So there you go. I got my mint in box in Defenders 1B version 2 Series 1. Well, then I got my loose one. So we got Brandy. I'm going to stack them right here. Brandy. We got Nick Jackson. We've got Jericho and Matt Jackson. Same ones, same figures, but these are the ones I'm going to open on the channel. And then you got Cody and Kenny Omega as well. So it'll be interesting. We'll see what we do. And I'm going to unbox these on the channel this week. It's going to be interesting. I'll get the old Series 1. We'll compare the two. And I'm thinking about not doing single. Most of these videos are single figures, and then we wrap it all up. I'm thinking about doing them in groups of 2. We'll do the Bucks together. We'll do, Cody and Jericho together, or whatever it is. But we'll do it in groups of 2. Just because I don't know if there's a ton of meat on the bone here, but it'll be interesting to compare the skin colors and talk about all that fun that goes into that. So I do got Series 1B version 2 in the house, in the books, whatever you want to call it. So wanted to make note of that. What else we get this week? Via Amazon, Dominik Dijakovic Basic, $9.99. You guys know I buy some basics, don't buy all of them. Had to pick this one up. See you later, Dominic. We'll unbox you one of these days. How about the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast? We always do this. Every month they send you a card. What card did I get? Did I get a rare one? Did I get an exclusive, an autographed one? We'll see. I don't know. There's a bunch of variants on this one. I have no idea what's rare, what's not. But it looks like I got just the old Plain Jane. See you later. Plain Jane Swoggle right there. So there he is. Looking only like he could look on a luggage cart. Good for him. Very good. You know, he was going to help me out. We almost had a weekly purchase this week. He was up at Freak Toys up in Sheboygan area, and they had a Galoob ring. And I said, it's been unboxed. I think it was $160, and he was going to pick that up for me. Missed it by minutes. It's a game of minutes in the action figure collectors group, and unfortunately Swoggle missed it by just a couple minutes for me, but he was on the lookout. Good brother, Swoggle, Hornswoggle, old Dylan Postel, helping me out. Good for him. How about a little Marvel Legends? Once again, we'll unbox this on the channel as well. Red Guardian and Melina 2-pack. A little bit of a sleeper pack. This is supposed to come out in August, but our old pals at Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description below. Support the channel. Big Bad Toy Store is the best way you can support the channel, as well as belowthecollar.com. Search Kyle Peterson there. If you want to support the channel, those are the places to do it. Just use the link in the description below. It's free to look, as JR would say. But I got this one. I'm anxious. This Red Guardian looks very solid, and we're going to have to compare it to the other Red Guardian that came out about a year ago now. So there you go. All right, some more basics. So we got an interesting, a controversial basic, some would say. Old Shawn Michaels, bald Shawn Michaels. I know a lot of people aren't getting this. This is a must-have basic for me. I don't think we're going to get this in elite form. If we do, I'll replace it. But just a moment in time, his last match, why would you not pick this one up? I think this is a must-have. I think we all got to look ourselves in the mirror and say, you know what, we do need this one. And I did, so see you later. And then you can't have that without Triple H. We got the Triple H GM, owner, vice president, whatever you want to call him, Triple H in suit. And you guys know I'm a sucker for suited figures. This is a great idea. I'm probably going to get another one of these and make a Ted DiBiase custom out of there. As you guys know, Marvel... Why am I saying Marvel? Marvel has nothing to do with this. Target exclusive Legends line. We had the Ted DiBiase. He came with 2 heads. So I have 2 extra heads floating around for Ted DiBiase. Guess what? You get this Triple H, pop his head off. You got manager WCW Ted DiBiase very easily. So we'll do that as a custom one of these days. You guys know I'm not a big customs guy unless they're really easy. And that would be a very easy one to do. Triple H through the door. More wrestling. They keep multiplying. Zelina Vega, I was so happy to see this come up on Ringside, $27.99. Then you use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. You're about $24.99. That's a heck of a deal for Zelina Vega, like $5 more than the store. You guys got to think, you're not all crazy maniacs like me, traveling all over the Midwest, going to stores, doing stuff for your day job. A lot of you guys, you know, you pay for your own gas, you have your own car you have to pay for. You don't want to save your money. You know, I always say, save your money for your figures, not your stands or your gas and stuff like that. So $4 more to pick this up off of Ringside truly is a good deal. I know some people don't like Ringside and all that. I get it. But $4 save you the time and energy. Time is money. I know that better than anybody. Time is definitely money. So I'm happy to have Zelina Vega. We'll unbox her on the channel as well. I think we're down to the last one. Last thing of the week. Any guesses? What else came out this week online? Ringside Collectibles. What came out that we haven't shown? Any of you guys know? I do. John Cena. NWO exclusive John Cena from the WrestleMania match of 2020. Very cool looking packaging here. I do have some gripes on the packaging. If you've seen my Kane unboxing and my Bray Wyatt, you know those gripes. But we'll get into that in the channel. We'll unbox this guy. We'll talk about it. We might even compare it to the cheap custom we made on the channel about a year ago. So a lot through the door this week. I think we'd all agree it was a busy week out there. Next week, like I said, I envision it to be slow unless I can find that Grayskull. Unless there's some kind of surprise release, or maybe I find a Chase AEW figure out in the wild. I think next week will be a little slower week, so we'll see what happens. It also is a holiday week, so that's usually a slow news week as well, so it should be a really slow weekly purchase next week. But there's only one way to find out. Be subscribed to the channel, like the video, give me your comments below. I love hearing what you guys picked up, love to hear what you guys were on the hunt for, so make sure you leave the comments down there. Let me know what's going on in your action figure week this week, and like the video, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter at SirPaul64, Instagram _Kyle_Peterson. Giveaways, news, videos, a lot going on, so make sure you're following me across the board. And I think that's it for this week. Weekly purchases, another week in the can. So you know what I'm doing. I'm starting to stroll and rocking and rolling my way into the weekend. See you guys all real soon.